Okay, so truthfully, what is the deal with regional variants in Legends EA? The rumors and leaks have said that we're not going to get any regional variants. I think a lot of people, including me, were really hoping for some regional variants. Like, I was really wanting the Legends EA starters to have regional variants, and then the Generation 6 starters or the Kalos region starters to get Mega Evolutions. But now apparently we're getting Mega Evolutions for the Generation 6 starters and the Legends EA starters from the leaks. But you know, it's a leak, so it could become false or stuff could, you know, change on the back end. But anyways, so it looks like we're actually going to get some Mega Evolutions for the starters, but that begs the question, like, are we actually not going to get regional variants? Just because the leaks said that we're not doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to get regional variants. You know what I mean? Like, just because a leak says something doesn't mean it's actually true. Now, these are from like reputable sources, and it's like everywhere. These leaks are huge, which entails that these probably are going to become real. Like, these are probably legit leaks and rumors and stuff. So, and the odds are that we probably won't get any regional variants, which is a little sad, but it's okay. Literally because we're getting 26 to 27 brand new Mega Evolutions. Like, that's crazy. Pokemon Legends Arceus gave us about like roughly the same amount of new Pokemon, whether it's like regional variants or new Pokemon and stuff like that. So I feel like Game Freak just didn't want to give us a ton of brand new Mega Evolutions and then also give us a bunch of regional variants. Now, Generation 10, which is definitely going to come out 2026, is going to have regional variants. Like, that game is most likely going to have some regional variants. Now, regional variants typically come out in Pokemon games that like we've never had before. So like we got the first one in Generation 7 or the Alola region, and then I'm pretty sure every single brand new region that we've had regional variants after that point. We also had some for Legends Arceus, which is the Hisui region, which is, you know, like pre-Sinnoh region, which I think that's such a cool concept. Before we get to the rest of the video, guys, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to help me reach my goal of 20,000 subscribers. We just passed 18,000 subs, which I just want to say thank you guys so much. It goes such a long way. Like, all the support really goes a long way, and it pushes me to keep doing these daily videos for you guys. And I know that we can hit 20K this year for sure, so any support goes a long way. Make sure to check out my second channel where we're almost at 200 subs, which I think is pretty good. And of course, I gotta shout out my Discord server. Check out the Discord. We got some really cool people up there. You can actually like catch Pokemon with like a cool Discord command, which is pretty awesome. And the channel member of the week is Unreal TTS. If you want to become channel member of the week, you just gotta become a channel member. You get some exclusive content. You get an exclusive role in the Discord server, but no pressure. Every single week, I'm just gonna be picking a random person to give a shout out to. So thank you, Unreal TTS, for your support. It goes a long way, bro. All right, back to the video. At first, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, bruh, Game Freak, give us those regional variants. We all want it. And we all do still want it. Like, most people do want regional variants. I was not a big fan of regional variants. So, like, when they first came out, I didn't even like them. I thought they were kind of a stupid idea. But I've grown to really like them, and I wish we were getting some Colossian/Colossian, however you want to pronounce it, regional variants in this game. I think they would look super, super cool, especially since it's based off of France. So they would have kind of like some French theming to them, which I think would be really, really cool. And now, like I said earlier, just because something is a leak doesn't always mean it's going to become true. So when you see leaks online, take them with a grain of salt, because they could become, you know, false, or stuff changes. Video game companies like change stuff all the time. Like, they're constantly changing things before the game is actually released. I've heard people online say like, oh, why would we get a Colossian regional variant? We've already been to the Kalos region. There weren't any. My response would be like, yeah, true, but the Kalos region was before the Alola region, and Generation 7, those are the games that introduced regional variants. Like, regional variants weren't even a thing yet in Kalos. But what is cool is that Gen 6 announced or brought into the game like the Mega Evolutions, which is really, really cool. It's still possible for us to get a regional variant for Kalos, even though we've already been there, because, you know, a regional variant is a variant from a different region. It doesn't, you know, it's not tied down to like one specific point in time, or just because it's a new or old region. But they also probably didn't want to, you know, like overshadow some of the new Mega Evolutions and stuff like that, because there are a lot of Mega Evolutions, and there is a theory that like the amount of Mega Evolutions that we're getting in the game are going to align up with like the ranking royale system, where it's like where you go Z to A, and there's about 26 new Mega Evolutions coming, which aligns up with the alphabet. So they probably thought about all this stuff. Like, there's no way Game Freak just didn't, you know, like think about regional variants. Like, they definitely thought about it, and they probably just were trying to be strategic, which they probably just didn't want to give us too much content, which is like, bruh, why not? Come on, man, just give us all the content you got, Game Freak. Just give us all the good stuff, bro. Generation 10 is gonna be good. I feel like Gen 10 is gonna be something impressive, and I know I may be a little optimistic, because, you know, Game Freak is moving on to the Switch 2, and the rumor is that Generation 10 is going to be exclusive to the Switch 2, meaning like you're not going to be able to play Generation 10 of Pokemon on the Switch 1. And so we're going to do a little quick dive into Gen 10 right now. So moving aside from the regional variant stuff, we probably will get regional variants though in Generation 10. I do think we will. I'm interested to see what the evolution gimmick is going to be in that game though. It probably won't be Mecha Evolution. Every time there's a new generation, there's like a new type of evolution gimmick. So there's going to be something new probably. So the rumors currently is that the game is going to be like an archipelago, which is just a bunch of islands in, you know, a water ocean area. So it could be something like that. There's also rumors of there being floating island, which I always immediately think of a flying type Eevee. You know what I'm saying, bro? We need some new Eeveelutions. And if Game Freak gives us flying islands, give us a flying type Eeveelution, Game Freak. Do it now. Or, you know, I don't know. I guess if we don't get Generation 10 Eeveelutions, then I don't think we're ever going to get an Eeveelution again. Because we've literally not had an Eeveelution in, I think, since X and Y. I'm pretty sure Pokemon X and Y were the last time we had a Eeveelution, which was Sylveon, and introduced the fairy type. Dude, X and Y released so much and brought so much into the Pokemon series. It's insane. Like, X and Y have been slept on games, and now, you know, they're pretty popular now, especially since, like, the release or announcement of Legends ZA and stuff. But enough time has passed to where X and Y has earned, like, you know, respect status. Like, people are like, bro, we love X and Y, even though it was hated on for years. Even, like, a couple years ago, people hated X and Y. I don't know why, because they're always great games. So, but more about the Eeveelution stuff, I really do think that they've been holding off for new Eeveelutions for Generation 10. I really hope so, at least. There are no leaks or real rumors, like actual leaks or rumors about a new Eeveelution coming out, but dude, enough time has gone by to where it's like, there's no way that we can't get another one eventually. I know people are like, well, they can't make any because of the fan-made ones, but that doesn't make sense because they could just make a different design. So I think it's fine. I don't know. I think we're going to get one day. I hope it's sooner than later, but I hope it's probably Generation 10. I think it's like the perfect time, the perfect empty open slate for us to get 1, 2, or 3 Eeveelutions. Now, that would be awesome. Let me know in the comments what type of Eeveelution would you want to see be added to the whole Eeveelution line. Anyways, Generation 10 is rumored to be a Switch 2 exclusive, which means you won't be able to play it on the Switch 1, which is really sad. Leaks are suggesting that this game will come out next year to coincide with the 30th anniversary of Pokemon, which makes total sense to me, especially since we had no Pokemon games released for 3 years, at least no mainline Pokemon games for 3 entire years, because Scarlet and Violet came out in September or whatever of 2022, and Legends ZA is probably going to be released around the same time of 2025. That's a 3-year gap in between Pokemon releases, which hopefully means that they've been, you know, just kind of like messing around with the Switch 2, seeing what they could do with it. Even though Legends ZA doesn't look amazing, like insanely crazy on the Switch 2, it does look better than the Switch 1 version. Hopefully that means Generation 10 is just going to go like crazy. They're going to go out of the park with Generation 10. But anyways, if you are a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below Taco and your favorite Pokemon of all time. Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, help me reach my goal of 20K, guys. We're getting so close every single day, so I really appreciate any support. Make sure to turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.